Okay, this is it. 6 minutes early, but this is it. Is that too much light? I don't. Yeah. This is all new.
It's not broadcast. It still says 6 minutes.
Hmm?
It still says 6 minutes.
That's weird. That's weird.
Oh, no. We straight. We good. We go.
Okay. I have my books. I have 4 people are watching. Hi. 5. Hi. Okay. Hey guys. Hi Jaleesa. Okay. This is new and I'm like really nervous, but hey Kay. Hey Sophia. All right, so this is it. I'm actually in front of my bookcase again after a long time of not filming in front of it. So you guys can hear me fine, right? I just want to make sure that my sound is good, my internet connection is good. So how do you I'm good? Okay. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Okay. I don't know. Okay, maybe. Okay, yeah, that's why. I was trying to figure out why I couldn't, because I'm not using StreamYard. That makes sense. I'm assuming. Yeah. I'll figure out things again for next time. So. How is everyone? I'm just gonna just, comment how you're feeling. What's your mood right now? Just wanna know. Like I said, I'm nervous, but I'm cool. Can I? No, I can't. Yeah, I know a lot of people on Book Twitter, and I know on BookTube are really, they've read the 5th season, they're reading it now, and that's a whole nother world that I probably would never ever be a part of because fantasy is still not a genre that I am tapped into. So, but I'm glad you're enjoying it or kind of enjoying it. So, I'm doing good. Halfway done with Allegedly. Okay, I'm gonna talk about Allegedly too in this live, but I promise, Kay, I won't spoil anything. I'm not gonna do that. But let me tell you, woo, that's all I'm gonna say. That's it. I ate that book up. I hate fantasy, but people wanted me to read it, so yeah. I've had some recommendations to try to like help me get into the genre, but I feel like ultimately I've just failed at trying to like enjoy it. Like when it comes to fantasy, I rather watch it. I don't want to try to like grasp a mental picture of it in my head because I will get confused quick. So yeah, me and fantasy, we're not really, our relationship isn't all that great. I read Slay because of you. You're welcome. I'm so glad you enjoyed it, Autumn. I'm glad. Kelly, I was rooting for Do not get me started on Ted. Do not get me started on anyone in that house, okay? Because, yeah, and I can't stand Mary's mom or the. I don't even want to say what I want to say because, like, I don't want it to be a slight spoiler, but everyone has their reasons for what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say, and the outcome is just gonna be you're gonna be shook. That's all I know. So. I no, I want no spoilers. I promise. Okay, so I have a question. Maybe I should have done research or asked someone who's done a live before, but like I wasn't thinking, and like I said, this was kind of like a last minute thing. So, but I'm using YouTube's live stream service, I guess. So is StreamYard different? Like, or like, how do you do StreamYard? Like, I don't know. Like I said, I should have Googled it or something. So, because I know a lot of people use StreamYard because that's how you can like pull people's comments and questions onto the screen for others to see. But like, I don't think you could do that through YouTube's live streaming service. But I don't know. I just saw the first thing. So, and I was like, oh, okay. So this is how you do it. But I don't know. Well, it's 3, and we're here. We have 5 of us here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never gone live before. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know, it's all a learning experience. So. Do people do intros in their lives? Like, do they do the same intro they do in their video? Because like I really have the urge to do that, but I don't know if I should. Now, hey guys, this is Nat, and I'm back with a live video. Like, is that? I don't know. Well, I did it, so it's done. See, I wish I could play music, but I can't because YouTube and their copy, they'll get my neck quick, and I don't. No, I don't want that. See, make sure that I did retweets. I tweeted. I posted on Instagram. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, okay. I put it all on the important social media sites, so we're good there. My bookcase is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. Like, it's not as wide. Okay, I think I'm gonna just get right into it. So I already did my intro, but hey guys, it's Nat, and this is Nat'sNook live, like in real time. So, which is weird to me because I've never gone live before, like ever. Not on any social media website, not on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I don't get on Facebook. Why did I say Facebook? What's the other one? Oh, here. YouTube. Snapchat, we can't do that, but like who gets on Snapchat anymore? What I do for the pretty filters, but that's about it. I'm rambling. Sorry. Okay. So, okay, let's start with why I decided to do this live. So, I am coming to you guys live because I didn't record anything for the month of July except for the last video, which was my Black Booktuber tag video, and that was what? July 4th, July 7th, something like that. It was like the first week in July. And then I went MIA. I needed to go MIA because I was just, my mood and my mental and like my physical was just it was and I don't know what was going on. I just needed to rest. And but like while needing to rest, I felt like I wasn't in the mood to read anything. Like I forced myself to read. And then right at the end, earlier this week, well, last week, because today is Sunday, which is the beginning of a new week. Last week, I had like this sudden urge of like wanting to read all of the books on my shelf that I had not read. And I'm like, where was this for the whole month of July? Like, where was this energy? So I read 2 books in like a week, and I'm just like, but it took me 3 weeks to read one book alone. So, but yeah, I don't know. It was a mood, and I'm kind of over it, but I'm kind of still feeling it. Who knows? July was just all around slightly depressing. So, how many books did you guys read for the month of July? I mean, I'm pretty sure you all are probably working on your July wrap-up videos and stuff like that. But like, just give me a number of how many books you guys read, did not read, or did not finish. Let's just go with that. Yeah. I read 8. Better than me. I read 7. We're gonna do. That's not after that stuff. Oh yeah, I heard about the reading rush incident. I was kind of like a few days late with it, so I really didn't read everything that happened. But yeah, I feel like I'm not one to really do like reading challenges and stuff. Like I'll try it, but I just feel like I'll ultimately fail. I did one readathon since I've been on BookTube, and it went pretty well. But for the most part, no. I don't know. I read 3. I'm pathetic. Delisa, I promise you're not pathetic, because if I hadn't had this like burst of energy last week, I probably would have only read 2 books for July. So, hey, Kristen. Yeah, I didn't do the art because yeah. I don't know why, but shout out to those who can do like reading rushes and readathons like for like the 24-hour ones. I don't see how you guys do it. Like you're just reading and not sleeping. I need my rest. I'm that person. So like I will read for like most of my day, but like once like 9 or 10 hit, I need some shut eye for real. I don't even know how many books I read in July. Let me go. Yeah, get back to me on that, Kristen. Yeah. But yeah, I'm just not, I don't know. Kristen probably read like 12 books. Probably. Yeah, I honestly, the most books I've ever read in a month was probably about anywhere from 6 to 8. I've never gotten to like reading 14 plus books in a month, like, or like 8 books in a week. Like I said, shout out to those who can do it. So setting some pretty high standards though that I won't ever meet, but it's okay. It's fine. Like I'm literally 1 book away from meeting my goal for the year, which is 20 books. And it's August, so I'm definitely going to go over that goal. But yeah, it takes me this long. So, because like having to find time to read, and then like actually wanting to enjoy the book that you're reading. Like I read 1 book, and I forced myself to finish it. Because I was like, this has to be a book that I like, because I love the author. I love their previous works that I read by them, and I was like, no. So it was one of those books. Maybe because of the genre, I think. And certain references I just did not understand. So I was at a loss with that. But yeah. We have 8 people in here. So okay. Hi. Hello everyone. I read 5 books, lol. 7 if you count the ones I started in June and finished in July. We'll count those. So 7 books. Kristen read 7. So yeah, still better than me because I think I only read 5. But we'll get into that. I'm going to get the negative energy out the way and then focus on the positive. Gonna talk about the books that I did not read, or I DNF because I just couldn't. So, and before I get into that, actually, let me know what book you're currently reading. I know, Jaleesa, she's reading, what is it, 5th something? I forgot that quick. And I know Kay is reading Allegedly. So I wanted to say 5th Element, but I don't think that's the name of the book. I could just scroll. 5th season. Element season. Same thing. I don't know. No disrespect. I'm reading the arc called Above All Else. Oh, okay. Cool. I'm still trying to get my hands on some arcs, but it's hard. NetGalley, they've denied 6 requests? Yeah, but it's fine. No hard feelings, because I'm one to invest. Okay? About climbing Mount Everest. Is it romance? Like, is it some type of romantic element in there? Because, or is it like I don't know what the, not coming of age, but like coming into one's self, one's identity, having to like take a trip across the country to like, I don't know, do like this full journey on finding oneself. I don't know, but so YA contemporary mainly focus on friendship. Oh, okay. So the friends are climbing Mount Everest? I mean, that's cool, but the biggest dream. Is their dream climbing Mount Everest? Because that would be cool. To like set like a record or something. I don't know. Do people do that? Well, okay. Actually, I'm gonna read to you guys what my July TBR was to be. Well, what my potential July TBR. You know what? I can't talk. Yes, their dream is climbing Mount Everest. That's a. They've been climbing together since they were children. Oh, okay. So like their sport is like climbing. So they were like, oh, let's climb the Mount Everest. Okay, well, okay. Cool. Okay, where is it? Oh, I definitely screenshotted it. So, on Twitter, earlier in July, I tweeted that my July TBR was to be The Darkest Night by Jenna Showalter, All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by, I think it's Brian Greenwood, but I've never seen it spelled like that before. But I definitely said Bren, but I don't know. And I'm sorry. Wicked Fox by Kat Cho, Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson, Queenie by Candace Cardi Williams, The Subtle Art of Not Giving AF by, is it Mark Manson? Yes. And A Secret Reread. So that was my TBR. Potentially. So like I said, let's get the negative energy out the way, and I'm gonna tell you the books that I did not, well, the one book that I did not read and the one book that I DNF'd. So yeah. I'm disappointed with myself because I really wanted to read this book and I did not. This is the one book I didn't read. Jaleesa, I did not read Wicked Fox. And when I did that small unboxing, I told myself, I hyped myself. I was like, oh, I'm going to read this. I might do a vlog. And look at it. Unread. Sitting pretty on my shelf. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I let you down. I let myself down. Okay? But yeah. So maybe, Jaleesa, if you want to like buddy read this, we can. Because like I said, I haven't read it. Do I plan on reading it in August? I will say yes, but that might change. But if we buddy read it, though, I will definitely read it. So I didn't read this. I did not. I want to read. Yep. I want to read Creamy. I even have the book, but I've heard so many mixed reviews. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into Queenie. Yes. Okay. Got a buddy read. Okay, good. But yeah, we're going to get into Queenie because, yeah, I understand the mixed review part. So, but the book that I DNF'd, that I did not finish, like, I think I read, 4 chapters? What chapter am I on? 6? Yeah. So I read 6 chapters. Well, 5 because I didn't read chapter 6. The first chapter I did not read. I read without the audio book, and then like I was not able to follow along like at all, and so I had to find a way to get the audio book. It wasn't on Script, and I have a subscription with them, and it wasn't on there, so I had to do a Audible. It's their new thing. It's Audible. Is it unlimited? I don't even remember, but yeah, and it's The Darkest Night by Jenna Showalter. Nicole from Who Picked This Book actually recommended this. Well, I know she was buddy reading the series with a friend, and I just felt like this was something that I would be interested in because it mentions Greek gods and romance and hot things. So, but yeah, I ultimately failed reading this book. I don't know if it's because the writing style or what, but I wasn't into it. However, the plot and the idea of the book, I liked it. I did. You have these, once Greek soldiers, or yeah, I think, yeah, they were soldiers or whatever, and so all of them were like jealous because they felt like one of them should have been able to be responsible for Pandora's box, but ultimately the gods gave it to Pandora to keep safe. And so they actually rebelled against the gods and went on a rampage. And one of them actually killed Pandora. And so the gods were like, okay, so we're going to punish you guys. We are going to put all of the 7 things that's in the box in each of you. So like one is housing violence. The other one is housing, what are they? Oh my gosh. I told you I was bad. I did not read this at all. One is housing violence, war, plague, like disease and stuff like that. So like they all have that in them and they all have to suffer with that. And so the gods feel as though that, I guess they've learned a lesson, but that will be never. So yeah. And then this girl comes along that can hear voices from the past, present, and the future. So like those were cool, but I just could not get into the way it was written for some reason. Will I finish it? Who's to say? So I don't know. So yeah, that was disappointing. But like I'm more so disappointed with me not reading Wicked Fox. I wanted to read that really bad. But no. Wasn't up for it. Okay, now let's get into the first book that I actually finished for the month of July, which is All the Ugly and Wonderful Things by, like I said, Brian or Bren. I really don't know. Greenwood. I had this on my wish list for some years now, and I just, on a whim, went on it and got it. But I did not read the description carefully, or I read it and my brain mixed things up. So I don't know. I'm a reader, but yet for some reason I didn't comprehend what the book was about. Well, the description anyway. So it's about this 8-year-old girl who lives, I don't even remember the location. but it's like some country rural part in the US somewhere, and the dates is like back to like the 1890s, so it's like it's old. Yeah. And it's basically about like I said, this 8-year-old girl who has a drug dealer for a father and a drug addict for a mother, who also has issues with like germs, which is highly like disturbing in this book. I'm just gonna say one thing. Like, she has a problem with germs to the point where she doesn't let her daughter, who is the 18-year-old girl, which her name is Wavana, but they call her Wavy. She doesn't let Wavy eat anything. Like, she'll eat something, but then her mom will be like, "Nah, spit it out, cause that's germs. You open your mouth, and now germs are in your mouth." Like, I was just, yeah, I was shocked at that. And then there was no trigger warning for this book, like, at all. But trigger warning, there is mention of rape, there is murder, like I said, there's drugs and illegal substances. I'm not even gonna try to say that word, but you guys know what I mean. So yeah. Oh, and an illegal underage relationship between two of the main characters, Wavy, and a much older guy that actually works for her dad. I'm not gonna like go into details about how their relationship worked or anything like that, but yeah, the author, I didn't like that. That one part of the book really disturbed me because I thought it was like a small little age gap between them, but no, I'm talking about like a decade and some change. But yeah, honestly, like I said, I saw a lot of mixed reviews on this book because of, the relationship between the characters and just certain topics that were talked about. But it was a great read, though. Like, honestly, after I got past like the first few chapters and I started to feel the book, I was like, okay, I actually like this, and I finished it. I did, do some annotating because some parts were just really problematic, like the way they describe the character, the guy character that the girl gets involved with at some point. They describe him. Let me go to the page actually because I want to like quote it word for word. Oh, okay, here it is, page 67. At the very, like, the paragraph before the last paragraph at the bottom, it says, he wasn't retarded. Retarded, really? Come on. But he was definitely slow. His face was slanted too. His eyes, my bad. His eyes were slanted too. Or that was because he was an Indian. Flat-faced. About as homely as a mud fence. Okay, first of all, we don't use the R word anymore. Okay? We're past that. We're better people, all right? Okay? I don't even like saying like mentally challenged because I still feel like that's offensive. Like, but yeah, we don't say the R word. The Indian part, like, we still say that? For real? Yikes, exactly. We still say that? Flat fit. Okay, by the way, if no one knows, because I just found out this year, homely means ugly, basically. And yeah, I was disturbed by that description, but it gets worse. Yeah. Where's the other one? Here it is. They described him as some previously undiscovered species of redneck biker Indian. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. The whole time I was reading it, I definitely pictured Boo Boo Stewart because, yeah, he's hot. So, although they said that the character was ugly, I was like, I don't care. He's not ugly. He's not ugly to me. So yeah. Anyway. I think that was it, really, because I don't want to like give too much away to the points that I made, because in case someone wants to read it. But all of the other stuff that I highlighted was pertaining to Dad. I'm so sorry, guys. My dad just came in, and the comment, "I need my book, Dad. This is not the time. This is not the time, sir." But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about the other points that I highlighted, because it really goes into certain relation. Not Boo Boo Stewart. Yeah, he is cute. Yeah, it goes into like certain points about their relationship and just some heavy stuff. So I don't want to give too much away, but I do believe that I rated that book a 4.5 star, or maybe a 3. I don't even remember. Let me pull up Goodreads, because I definitely do not remember. But then, okay, so I'm not even gonna hold on. Let me hold that thought, because I move quick. Yeah, okay, so I actually gave it a 3.5. 3.5, 4-star rating. I give it, because it was definitely a book that I honestly, a story that I did not think will be written. I mean, yes, it says shocking and unexpectedly touching. Well, it was touching to a certain point. Yes, yeah. And if you're a nerd and you like astronomy stuff, then you might enjoy those parts too, because they definitely talked about the stars and planets. Because the little girl, she's a brainiac. Like she knows stuff. So, but she doesn't say anything too. So all the chapters that we get where she kind of like converses with people or says things, it's mainly little to none. But when we read, and another thing is, the chapters are written from different characters' point of view, which I thoroughly enjoyed, because I was really curious as to how some of these characters felt about certain stuff. Because the tea was spilled. Let me say that the tea was spilled. Okay, but we really don't get much of Wavy's like verbal like dialogue. Like the only thing that we really get is her chapters, which basically is what her thoughts are. So yeah, so that's that. That's all the ugly and wonderful things, which was my first read of July that I actually finished. So yeah, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with that book. Oh. But after I'm one to kind of want to know more about the book, so I will read, I guess what you call the author's note, or like, how they have like the blurb with people that have like asked some questions with their answers at the end. I did read some of that in her book, and excuse me, she basically said that what she wrote, the book, All the Ugly and Wonderful Things, the author, most of it is based off of what she experienced growing up. So she had a few relationships with older men, like much older men. She was exposed to drugs and some violence here and there growing up. So I was like, oh, that's pretty traumatic. And I guess, life imitates art. Or was it art imitates? My head is not here today. I feel like it doesn't matter though. But yeah, so she wrote this, and like I said, it was disturbing, but yet really beautiful. So I just got a notification. Thanks, Jaleesa. Ooh. Yeah. So okay, moving on. Book two. This one is for you, Kay. Queenie. Here we go. Okay. All right. So the first few chapters, boring. Not gonna lie, they were so boring. I I couldn't. I could not pull myself through this book. And so I figured, how can take your time? You're doing well. Thank you, Dad. Thank you. All right. But I couldn't get through the first few. Well, I mean, I got through the first few chapters, obviously, because I finished the book. But at first, I was so tempted to DNF. But I was really pressed to read the book. I was really pressed to read the book, so I did. What helped me, though, was the audiobook on script. So while I read the book, I listened to the audiobook, and it really did give personality to the book for me. Because I am a Black woman, but I am not from South London, so some of the terminology, I was clueless about. But ultimately, the audiobook did help. Yes, we love a good. Yes, we do. The narrator gave so much life to the story, to this character, Queenie, and I thank her for that. I do. I forgot her name, but I thank her. This book really touches on a lot of topic when it comes to Black women in any society, really, whether it be the U.S., UK, wherever. But like I said, Queenie is okay. So I'm gonna have to do that. Yes, please. Yes. Okay. I suggest you read the audio. You listen to the audiobook while you read the physical book, or just listen to the audiobook. I do know that one thing that I had a problem with was when I was reading the physical book, some sentences or like some wording was changed in the audiobook. At first, I had a problem with it, but then as I went on, I was like, okay, that's fine. Maybe it was just two different editions. I'm not really sure, but you get the same story in the end. So, but yeah, it really touches on some heavy topics when it comes to Black women and the way we have to like carry ourselves in society and the place that we're supposed to be in when it comes to, living in this world today. So, but yeah, she touches on, women health and issues, relationships, interracial relationships. What else? The Black Lives Matter movement, she definitely touches on that as well, which I really appreciate because she dedicated a whole chapter to it, which is thoughtful. So, because it's not just a matter that's happening here in America. There are Black people all over that is getting treated the same way, but it's just a deeply rooted problem here in America. So, yeah. And honestly, the character development. Oh, God. I've never read a book with the best character development. Like, I need another one. I need a part 2. I need to know where Queenie is now, what she's doing now. Like, how is her life, like, after all of what happened, all of what went down, because this book has some mess, okay? It has some mess, but like, I mean, told a lot of truths. So, yeah. But yes, I almost cried too. I almost cried because on a level I could relate to some of the problems that Queenie faced because of the fact that I'm a Black woman. So like off the bat, I just knew that some of the problems that she had was definitely like a problem or two that I've been through. So yeah, which says a lot. It really does. It says a lot. I did a blog post about this because I just felt like I needed to do some form of review. And I didn't really feel up to doing it in video form. So I was like, okay, I'm a writer. Let's write something. So I did that. So yeah. It was just, I did some annotating in this as well. So, but I don't want to give anything away for Kay because she wants to read it. So, but yeah, if you want to look at my review, it's on my blog, which I think is linked in the description. It should be. I think it always is. Yeah. if it's like under the connect with me portion, like the end. I don't remember. Honestly, all I really do in my descriptions is copy and paste and edit where need be. So I feel like most people do that though. So yeah, a powerful debut. Truly. So hi Meek, hi, hello. Oh, we got 8 people. Okay. Okay. Kristen said it's there. Click that link. Blog post. That was my most recent blog. So yeah, it should be at the top, I think. Thanks, love. I'll have it. Yes. Read and listen to Queen A. Okay. Oh, and it also talks about friendships, like the difference between I won't say the difference, but the way we interact with friends that are of different cultures than us, like she has one black friend. Well, yes, she has one black friend, and then she has 2 white friends. One that she's been friends with for 10 plus years, and she just kind of befriended at work for about 2 or 3 years, and she's a journalist too. So, but yeah, she faces a lot of obstacles, but I'm just so glad that my girl got what she needed in the end and came out. Okay. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for checking. The link is there. Yes. Down below. Yes, down below. All right. So the third book that I read when I had all that built up energy at the end of July for some reason. And then also I definitely told myself that I was going to finish it. Well, I was going to read it. I was like, I'm going to read this book. Even if I carried it into August, I'm going to read it. Yeah, my parents are here. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. How you doing? Allegedly, I picked this book up, when was that? Tuesday? Yeah. And I finished it Thursday. I finished this book Thursday, and let me tell you, I can't even tell you because someone is reading it right now, but Kay, I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to spoil it for Kay. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone. I'm not going to spoil it for you, Jaleesa, but just know this being Tiffany D. Jackson's debut, she did it. She did the thing. Okay, let me tell you. I don't even know where to even begin without like spoiling stuff. But well, basically the synopsis of the story is you have this young girl. She was 9. Her name is Mary Beth Addison. Yes, Mary Beth Addison. At the age of 9, she was convicted of killing a 3-month-old white baby that was in the care of her and her mother. Although her mother is the adult here, but we're not going to. I have some to say about that. Okay, but so she sent. I'm sorry to say this, but like it's what was said in the book, but she's from New York, and they sent her to baby jail. Not funny, but they sent her to baby jail, and the only reason why I'm laughing is because I listened to the audiobook for this too, and the way the narrator says baby jail is just like the funniest thing. But anyway, they sent her to baby jail. She did some time. They were trying to try her as an adult, but I was like, she's 9. She's 9. But because she's a little black girl, they was like, oh, she did manslaughter. She got to be in the jail, forever or whatever, for life. And then some people were like, oh, nah, like, kill her. And I'm just like, she is a kid. And I told myself, I was like, she didn't do it. She did not do it. But we're not going to get into that, though, because that would be spoiling. So, she did it. That's all I'm going to say. They say she did it. So, we're going to go with that. Now she's 16, and she's at a group home with other delinquents. And let me tell you, those girls are nasty. Those girls are nasty. I hated all of them. I hated them all. The worst one, and the one that I was rooting for, what's her name? No, they called her the new girl, but her name's Sarah. I was rooting for her. I feel like we were all rooting for her. And don't get me started on the boyfriend Ted, the one that got married, knocked up. You know, that's all in the description. I promise I'm not spoiling anything. That's all in the description. Got her knocked up. So now she had to group home, pregnant. I'm just thinking about the ending. That's why I can't. But I'm not gonna say too much else because, yeah, there are people in here that are currently reading the book or haven't read it yet. And yes, but Kay, do slide in my DMs because I know you're gonna have some choice words because I know I did. I had to read other people's reviews on it to see what they thought about the ending because at first I was a bit confused, but then like on that last page I was like, okay, that explains it. That explains everything. So yeah, 5 stars, of course. 5 stars to Tiffany D. Jackson. After Monday's Not Coming, I already knew Allegedly was gonna be lit. I already knew it. And I picked up her other book. I think it's called, is it Spit Me a Rhyme or something like that? Don't really remember, but I got that. I'm going to be reading that because then, Grown is coming out in September. And of course, I'm copying that so I can read that too. Honestly, I only ever want to read mystery thrillers or suspense novels by Tiffany D. Jackson for the rest of my life. That's it. Only her. I don't want no one else's mystery novels. No. Nope. No. Tiffany, she is a genius. She is a genius. Yes. It slapped. It slapped and it slapped me in the face with that ending because anyway. Yes, please do check her out. Read Monday's Not Coming. Get some tissue because you're going to need it a whole lot. Read Allegedly and prepare to have your jaw drop because that's going to happen. So, my cooking, it smells good downstairs. Hold on. Sorry. I haven't had much to eat today. All right. Okay. Yes, read it. Read it and enjoy it. Okay. So, we got through the books that I did not read. Well, the one book that I did not read, Wicked Fox. The one book that I started to read but did not finish. And the 3 books that I read, which I'm really proud of. So, yeah. Pat on the back for me because, like I said, July was just not the month for anything, really. I'm going to always hype up Mondays like, yes, always, yes. And I think that really what made me hurt the most with Monday's Not Coming is the fact that it was set in DC and this is my home. And the fact that stuff like that happened in the book happens, in real life. And it's just, no one is there to help when we need it, but they're always there at the last minute. And it's just, but yeah, it pulls at the heart for sure. It does. Okay. I'm kind of excited to talk about this last book because I read this in 2 days and to the point where I ignored my boyfriend. I ignored my boyfriend reading this. I was like, I don't, and he still hates me for it. I know he does. And I told him, I gave him a warning in advance. When the other book dropped, you're not going to hear from me from at least like 2 days. Oh, he's here. He is here. Good to know. That's how you know it's a good book. Exactly. But let me just get up here and grab this book. because woo, she thick. It's Twilight. Yes, I did a reread of Twilight in July because, you know, as all of you know, Midnight Sun drop on Tuesday. And I'm just like really, really, really excited. I never thought we'd get it. I didn't. I had the leak. I had the leaked PDF of the very first manuscript for Midnight Sun back there. What? I think it was back in 2012, 2013, something like that. I don't know. And I read that like it was my favorite fan fiction. Okay. Yeah. Jaleesa, I'm gonna need you to exit because you still haven't read Twilight. I'm gonna need you to leave. I'm gonna need you to go, okay? Because you've had ample enough time to read Twilight. At least the first book, okay? You don't have to read you would want to read New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn, but you know, just reading Twilight, you know, yeah. Did Meek just shade Twilight? Hold on. Because we all know that Twilight is a good book. We all know that despite what anyone else say, if anyone has anything to say about Twilight, comment. I don't care. Comment whatever you want. Comment however you feel. Hello, me and Kristen will not accept Twilight slander. We won't do it. We won't do it. Not in Nat'sNook. We won't. All right, I'm gonna need my boyfriend to leave right now. People told me it wasn't. Those people lied, and those people probably didn't read it either. Yes, please reread it. If you've read it, reread it. If you haven't read it, like Jaleesa, not to name drop or anything, but like Jaleesa, read it. Read it, y'all. Read it. Anyway, we're gonna ignore my boyfriend because like he's being a hater. We don't like haters, but he's being a hater right now. This is what got me into reading, y'all. Like y'all don't understand. This is what got me into all of this behind me. Okay, all of that. This is it. This was the start. This was the moment that I knew that for the rest of my life I will be a reader. Period. It's funny because I haven't reread any of the other books. I plan on it, but I really don't know what my favorite book is. I really don't. I can tell you what my favorite movie is, but my favorite book out of the series, I don't know. It might be Breaking Dawn because we definitely get Jacob's point of view, like for the first time ever. Like he has his own chapters, and I'm like, yes. Where was he in New Moon? Where was he in Eclipse? I know it's about Bella and Edward, but we like Jacob too. At least I do. You know. So, was it a cringe reread? Of course it was. I cringed so hard at some parts. I laughed at some parts, and then I was just outright disturbed with some parts, like I know, yes, Meek. Well, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Edward, he's my fave out of the two. But Jacob saved Bella in New Moon. Edward pissed me off in New Moon. I hated Edward for that one book and movie. I hated him for that one moment. But honestly, not gonna lie, I wouldn't even choose Edward or Jacob. You know who I would choose? Because I'm pretty sure he's older than me, so like it's acceptable. I would choose Seth, and y'all know why. I would choose Seth from the pack, and then from the coven, I would probably choose Jasper. Yeah, despite his his history, his background, his his Confederate. We just gonna ignore that. All right. Jasper is a sweetheart. He deserves better. Babe, these are all fictional characters, okay? I can't actually pull Seth or Stewart. You know this. You know this. Oh, yes. Emmett. He's adorable. He's like, honestly, Emmett is like Big Brother material, though. Like, I would go to him if, someone bullied me and I need him to beat them up. Like, or if I need, like, advice or I need him to beat up a guy that, like, dumped me or something. So, yeah, we love Emmett, too. We do. Yeah. Rosalie is like the popular girl that you need to stray away from, but like everything about her is just so fascinating, and it's just like, how can I be like her, But I didn't really like Rosalie until Breaking Dawn. Yeah, when she finally, she really didn't accept Bella, but the fact that Bella had a baby and Rosalie was like, ooh, a baby. A fetus. We do stand Rosalie to a certain degree. To a degree, yes. And I'm not gonna lie. 2 things I'm gonna need Miss Meyer to do. I'm gonna need her to write a novella of Rosalie's story, and I'm gonna need her to write a novella of Alice's story because I need more. I need to know more. Okay. I need to know more. And when she writes a novella of Rosalie's story, I'm gonna need her to put the way her and Emmett meet. I know they touch on it briefly. I think it's in is it Eclipse or Twilight? I don't even know. But yeah, I'm gonna need her to do that, okay? We love Alice. Alice is definitely like the favorite, sister for sure. So yeah. Carlisle and Esme, they're perfect parents. So they raise their children, right? With the diet and everything. Now out here slaughtering humans. So that's a plus. Yeah, Alice has definitely been a love since day one for sure. But my reread, honestly, it felt like it was me reading it for the first time all over again. And I can vividly tell you when it was, the day, the month, the year. Like, honestly, it was August 2013. No, I read Breaking Dawn in August 2013. My bad. It was July 2013. I know Twilight is like really old. Like the first book was published in 2005. So the fact that I read it for the first time in 2013 says a lot. But let me tell you guys. I don't mean to put my mom on the spot or anything, but some stuff I just wasn't allowed to retain in my mental growing up. Which I understand that now because what you put in definitely comes out in some shape or form. That's why I still haven't hopped on the Harry Potter bandwagon, and I won't because the drama with JK just proved everything. So we're not here to talk about Harry. We're here to talk about Twilight, okay? But yeah, I got into Twilight around, I want to say 2010, 2011, when one of my classmates in middle school told me about it. She was like, oh, the movies are great. She read some of the books, and I was like, okay, cool. But when she told me that when the vampire sparkle, I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Sparkle? Are they supposed to do that? I thought they couldn't be out in the sunlight because they will burn to death. But yeah, this is a different breed of vampires, clearly. So, but yeah, and so that's when, I don't even know if anyone remembers this, but back when everyone was, into cable TV, like when it was popping, FX, they have the movies. FX has the movies. FX has the movies. Yeah. They used to do Twilight marathons like almost every weekend. And one weekend I happened to catch them. I happened to catch Twilight from the very beginning. And I was like, oh, this is good. This is really good. So I watched Twilight. It was Twilight, New Moon, and I think, they were showing Eclipse. And I was like, okay, I'm all caught up. No, I wasn't. Definitely did not watch Breaking Dawn Part 2 until 2011. or like right before. I didn't watch Break It Down Part 1 until like early 2012, and then Break It Down Part 2 came out late 2012, if I'm not mistaken. And me and my mom, she finally broke. She was like, okay, if this is what you're into, I support it. And I was 14 at the time, so it's just like I was able to, pick and choose what I wanted to read, what I wanted to watch, what I wanted to listen to for myself at the time. And not anything like too explicit or nothing like that. So, and I was like, what's harm in vampires that sparkle? They sparkle. So, but it's a good look, not gonna lie. Anyway, so she took me to go see Break It Down Part 2 in theaters, and we both enjoyed it. And like I said, I hadn't read any of the books, so the whole storyline was new to me. And the scene where the fight happens, and then Hoti, it was a vision, pissed me off. I cried real tears when Carlisle had his head ripped off his shoulders. I cried, and I mean like snot coming out of my nose, everything. Hoti, it was a vision. I'm still upset to this day because the way it's implemented in the book is not as good as it is in the movie. Because honestly, when I read Break It Dawn, I was really confused on that part. Like, maybe if I reread it, I might understand it better. But I was really confused on that fight part between, the Cullens and everyone that came to support them and the Volturi. And I'm just like, the movie definitely did a better job with, explaining all of that and showing it. But yeah, so I left the movie theater feeling some type of way because I was really like, all those lives we lost, but they fought for a good cause. For none of them to actually die in the end. This is what happens when you don't read the source material. So yeah, summer 2013 comes around, and of course I'm so fascinated with Twilight. I'm in high school, and I meet people that's into Twilight still too, and I'm like, hey, let's be friends. And so we're friends, and I am gifted all 4 books by a mentor, and the first week in June, it was July 4th too. The first week in June, I read Twilight. Second week, I read New Moon. Third week, I read Eclipse. Fourth week, I was on Break It Dawn, and it took me about 2 to 3 weeks to read Break It Dawn because that book is the thickest one of them all. But I heard that Midnight Sun is like almost, I think it's over 600 pages, so Break It Dawn about to be beat. But yeah. And I ate the series up. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. To the point where, this is really embarrassing to admit, but point where I was like, I want that. I was a 15-year-old girl wanting to be in relations with a 109-year-old vampire. And no one said anything. They just let me have my obsession. And then, once the Twilight hype dialed down and I knew we weren't going to get any more books, I was like, okay, my Twilight obsession is up. That's it. That's a wrap. They're going to just sit on my shelf, and that's it. Then Stephenie Meyer had the nerve to drop Life and Death. It was senior year. I was in class, and for some reason, I don't know why, but I had my Twilight notifications on for their Twitter account. I got the notification, and I think it was senior seminar. I made the loudest yelp ever because I was ready. I was ready to like go home and order that book ASAP because I was like, oh, we're a Twilight book? Cool. I didn't mind that it was the same story, but just with the gender roles switched. I didn't mind. I did not mind. And now realizing that that's all it is kind of disappointing. It's kind of disappointing. But, I like Edith and Bo too, so yeah. But I really just want to get Midnight Sun because I need to know where Edward went when, he went away those few days because he was like, ooh, Bella, you stink, but you smell good, but you stink, like, I need to know where he went. I need to know how the camping trip with Emmett went. Like, I need to know these things, okay? I need to know. But yeah, I need to know. And honestly, I don't really remember how much of a crybaby Bella was until I read the book. Like, honestly, the only two things that Kristen Stewart did when portraying Bella was that she made Bella really annoying. No, three things. Really annoying. She made Bella a bit desperate and like to the point where she kind of needed Edward, like on a level of like codependency, you know? And then she just made Bella really awkward. Anybody know why she chose a palm? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the cover of Midnight Sun. Actually, that's not because I mean, I can't think of any other red fruit because the strawberry one look good. It has to have some type of underlining meaning between the. I'm making it harder than what it is, I think, but I don't know. But yeah. Oh, we have a smart person in here. We have a smart person in the room. It's a Chinese apple. At least that's why some people call. Oh, that's what. Oh, who calls pomegranates Chinese apple? I've never heard that before. But we have the answer to that question. Yay. I mean, but she definitely could have put the pomegranate on the cover more appealing. Like, she didn't have to like have like half of it on the cover. Like, she could have had like a piece. But I mean, she has a whole apple on the cover of Twilight. I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, Bella's a crybaby. And honestly, if Stephanie had written it right, Twilight definitely could have been like a hate to love. I don't want to say enemies because Bella really isn't the enemy here. But I mean, according to Edward, the blood that she holds definitely is when it comes to him being capable of living amongst humans and staying on the diet that Carlisle has put them on. So I guess that could be the enemy here. And like the bickering back and forth, like in the book, I'm like, where is that in the movie? Where's the flavor? That's what I like. That's what I liked about when I reread it. Honestly, the book is better. Point blank. Yeah, the book is better. If anyone thinks otherwise, I'm sorry. So, yeah. Like I said, the bickering back and forth definitely could be like hate to love or whatever. But honestly, the fact that Bella was just so into it and was just so like, I love you, although I don't know you that well, but like, I love you. And like, I understand why she was clinging on to Edward the way she was, because she just felt like he wasn't real. And if she closed her eyes, if she wasn't around him for a period of time, he would just disappear, which he did in New Moon. But we're not gonna talk about that because I still don't like him for doing that. He left my girl. Like, that's crazy. But yes, Midnight Sun. A read of that would definitely be happening here on this channel because I'm really excited. But yeah, that's really it. That's all that I read for the month of July. And what I didn't read and what I tried to read but did not finish. So, have I started any new books? No, because I really am waiting for my copy of Midnight Sun to come on Tuesday so that I can start that and read that in 2 days. Do I want to start a new book? Yes, of course I do. So, Jaleesa, if you're still here, let me know when you want to read Wicked Fox, because like I said, I'll definitely wait and we could buddy read that together. So yeah, because I do know that the second book to the series, I don't know if it's already out yet or if it comes out in August or September. I don't remember. I think it's August. I don't know. But yeah, so let me know how you want to do this, when you want to do this. Because I'm game. And if anyone else wants to buddy read a book like Midnight Sun or something along those lines, just let me know. because I haven't, but I've tried to buddy read with people, with a person. Not gonna drop any names, but yeah, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. So, but it's okay. Apparently, I read too quickly for people, so I don't allow. Can't stop. Just stop. I'm not buddy reading with you ever again. Just stop. Stop. Apparently, I don't allow the story to marinate before I, finish. I read the way I read, point blank, period. So if I can't put a book down, I won't be putting it down until I am done with it. And I can still tell you everything that has happened, because if I liked it that much, then of course, I'm going to retain everything. So yeah. But yeah, I remember when I was becoming an avid reader, I used to take a week long amount of time to read one book, but now it's I could take 3 days and I'm done with one, and the next 2 days I'm done with another. So I don't see that as a problem. Like I said, a month I only read anywhere from 6 to 8 books, so I still have a life, right? Yeah. Well, that's really it. That's all I have. Thank you to everyone who joined my live. Who can't get off. Exit. Right now. I'll talk to you later. Okay. That's it, though. Thank you to everyone who joined my live. I really do appreciate it, because, like I said, this is the first time I did a live, and thank you, Kay. I know I did. Another thing, I have been so behind on watching booktube videos, and I hate myself for it. I really do. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't know where to begin. My watch later list is dumb long at this point, and I'm like, is it even worth the watch right now? Would it be okay if I watched someone's video from a month ago? I don't know. I still might just, show my support. So yeah. But yeah, I have a lot of catching up to do for sure. I try to keep up with things on book Twitter, because I know, that's where we're more social. But yeah, and even if I don't watch a video, I try to promote it. I try my best. I do. I really do. But sometimes I just have to take those breaks where I just step back from everything. So yeah, because life can be overwhelming, for sure. Well, once again, thank you, everyone. Thank you very, 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 very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I think I'm just going to end the live right here. I will be doing a new video soon. I think later this week. Yes. And of course, I'm going to do a video on Midnight Sun, so you can definitely expect that. But yeah, I am Nat, and this has been live in my nook. Well, not in my nook, but on the floor, in front of my bookcase, next to my nook. Well, my whole room is my nook at this point, so yeah. But thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope that you find some interesting new reads for the month of August. Bye, guys. Bye.